Science has definitely proven that the brain doesn't take breaks. The brain works during the day and works at night, just in different modes. What is preventing the brain from functioning? Science has also established this. There are just three conditions that interfere with brain function at work. The first condition that hinders brain function is the desire to constantly eat delicious and diverse food. This is welcome, but don't overdo it. Not bad. Moderation is needed in everything. Second, to receive sexual pleasure. Sexual pleasure is a biological necessity to ensure the continuation of life by procreating, but it is important to refrain from exploiting it. Why is this significant? Because sexual activity takes place completely automatically without conscious control. The brain shuts down and does not function during this. And if you are consistently pursuing sexual pleasures, your brain, which is not functioning, gradually deteriorates. The third condition that obstructs brain function is the desire to dominate among individuals of the same species. So these three conditions were inherited by us from our nearest evolutionary relatives, the monkeys. These three conditions have developed their herd existence to proportions that are truly incredible and astonishing: food, sex, and the desire to dominate. That is where most of the money is spent and allocated for, and the brain does not experience any additional development. In contrast to monkeys, we meet these three needs in a slightly different manner and approach, thus diverging from their methods of satisfaction. We are constantly working tirelessly to make some dough. And there is this belief that when you have a significant amount of money, you can afford to indulge in eating without any limits or restrictions. There are no restrictions on sexual activity, and you can use your own funds to influence others to comply with your desires. However, that is a false assumption. What will this setup ultimately lead to? Let's recall some fairy tales. The evil Koschei is languishing over the gold. Yeah, you will make a substantial amount of money, but who will you transform into? Will they label you as a person or merely as a jerk? Who is Koschei? Koschei is no longer a human, he's a condemned archetype, inserted into a fairy tale by people. And I also want to mention a brain that is not functioning properly gradually reduces us to the level of an animal. We exerted great effort to evolve, to surpass our animalistic instincts, but this purposeless pursuit of money and spending it solely on food, sex, and domination eventually leads us to sink down to the level of monkeys and even lower and lower, gradually losing our humanity and becoming mere creatures driven by primal desires, devoid of higher aspirations or moral values. And long live the gamer. Professor, now you understand what is interfering with the functioning of your brain. So, decrease the intensity of your appetites, your sexual desires, and your desire to dominate, and then your life will acquire a completely new quality.